Hi, so today I'm going to go through setting up competition through Smartgolf. So I'll log on to Smartgolf with my logon. I've logged in with the admin user. So first thing you want to do is go to competitions here in the middle, and that'll set up our competitions page. Now I'll do an example of setting up say a Friday 18 or a one day 18 hole competition first. So to start from scratch, you click the add button, and that'll open up this window pane with new competition. And you have several tabs here: general, entry criteria, course and booking, categories and results, and order of merit. And for what we're using, we don't actually have to fill in a huge amount of this, so it's actually quite straightforward. So for example, in a competition name, you might put in Friday 18 men's, because we have men's and ladies, and you might put in the date, say the 29th, 09, 21. Down under competition structure, you can actually leave that blank. We'll leave that as is. Sorry, just type stroke play. But it's down here under format. You put in what it would be. So generally be singles and say Stableford. It already has a 95% reduction in handicap of what we use. So then you go up to entry criteria. And then this is actually all fine. We're not breaking anything down, so we can leave that one blank or leave it as is and move on to the next one, which is course and booking. Important to start this one here is you put in the date here. So say we're doing I had the wrong date there. Say we're doing the first Friday. You need to pick the course, being Clane, the main marker, white men's 18 hole. If you're doing 9 hole, you pick the 9 hole, probably front 9, this one here. So we'll pick that. We're not having the ladies. Now you can booking for competitions. We're not using it, but probably good habit to get into to say put in 10 days before at 2000 hours. Because we'll use that probably next year. Down here, this is something we'd be changing if we're adding second days. So in this example, we're only adding the one day, so we'll leave as is. Under categories and results, you can put in placing. So if you want to show up to, say, third, you can. I know Seamus does, depending on the number of people, would depend on how many prizes there'd be. So that might be second, possibly only a Friday 18 might only have a winner. So look, we'll leave it runner up. And you can tick best gross placing and separate prize just to show it up in the results as well. We're not doing any of the order of merit stuff, but we could, if we want, to have placings. And you can add 5 if you want. You can give a value. You could add another 5 to have top 10. Something you might consider in future. So you click save and close, and that opens up the competition. It's sort of in this panel now, current one. Now it starts automatically in an in setup state. Now, because we're not having members adding in their scores themselves, we're going to control this ourselves. So you just literally change it from in setup to open for entry and save and close. And then you go over here to the right under actions, and there's an option here for entrance. And you click on entrance, and this is where you'd add the cards from the competition you'd gotten that evening. You'd add, you say, put in a few names, you click their name, it populates here. Because we're doing it ourselves, it puts in the current time. So in this example, it doesn't really matter if you're doing it yourself what the time is, because it's not really relevant. So you click on enter, and then you go click on card, and you'd have the card in front of you, and this is where you put in the scores as normal, and you get your results there. 48 points. You want to disqualify, you tick the box and put in a comment here, and then click finish. So you just keep on, so you repeat that as you go. Sorry, cancel out of here. You can add a new entry here for another person, and you can do a search here in the field, say find myself, do a quick check of these as normal, enter, then next on the list you click on card, you go put in your scores, as you go there, it's fine. Oops, 45, just delete and then click finish, and you keep on going until you finish. Now from here, there's 2 places to finalize a competition. Once you have, say, however many names are in here, you can either click on finalize here and over click this button, entire comp, or you can go back into the competitions panel and you can go to this button here and move across. You'll see finalization panel. The 2 ways to get into it, and literally click entire comp and click OK. And the results then pop up in this format, which is visible there. Now, just a note on gross results. It does gross results based on your Stableford, which is a little bit different in how we do it currently, but it's something we'll probably have to live with. And that's actually a competition on a day one. Now, so say if you wanted to go in and set up another competition, I've set up a few templates. So if you go back into the competitions panel, and this time you could go copy from, and if you just type in TEM, it gets a couple of templates I've set up. So say there's an example of an 18-hole 2-day or a 9-hole. Say the 9-hole one, you click and then you click copy. And it has all the details here, for example, single Stableford. In this case, we have front a 9-hole here picked as well. So all you really will be changing is maybe just to have the date of the 01/10/21. And everything else should be as is, and just save and close. And then the competition would appear here under current and future, and again back to putting in entrance, and off you go and finalize when you're finished. So that's a general short version of how to do a quick competition, single day competition. I'll do a separate one for a 2-day competition after this as well.